Skin looks up to 10 years younger. In one jar, Olay Visibly Smooths and Evens Tone. Your best skin yet. Olay.
Colbert's got Senator John Fetterman tonight on CBS.
We've had 2 large explosions near the finish line of the Boston Marathon. It was just a scene of horrible destruction.
People were very, very scared. They didn't know what was going to happen next.
We need assistance immediately.
This is bigger than you think it is. This isn't the end.
Another strike in Detroit, this time casino workers. Why they walked off the job today, and how an Escanaba bike shop is helping keep people warm this season at 11. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, President Biden is on his way to Israel in a show of support, but more missile strikes could complicate things as hundreds more are dead after a hospital in Gaza was hit. Plus, hundreds of casino workers in Detroit walked off the job today. Why they're striking for more than just higher wages. And a new report is released on how police responded to the shooting at Michigan State University earlier this year. What the analysis says police did well and where things could improve. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Clouds as we head over these next few hours. By the time we wake on up, temperatures right near 44, 42 degrees. Southwest wind developing about 5 to 10 miles per hour, closer to the 10-mile-per-hour mark as we wake on up. You can see with that with our Wednesday forecast, that wind increasing just a touch as we head for the afternoon. I think we'll be staying dry, maybe a stray shower through the daytime. Best chance of rain, though, comes for tomorrow night. I'll time it out with future casts coming up very shortly.
Thank you very much, AJ. Developing now, uncertainty and turmoil continues to reign over the House of Representatives. Congress is still without a speaker for the second straight week. Today, House Judiciary Chair Jim Jordan failed to wrestle enough votes to take the gavel, with 20 of his fellow Republicans voting against him. Scott McFarland has the latest developments from Capitol Hill.
Ohio Republican Jim Jordan, the right-wing firebrand and close ally of former President Donald Trump, had been jockeying for days to become the new House Speaker, second in line to the presidency. But today he lost 20 defectors inside his own party.
The Speaker has not been elected,
leaving him more than a dozen votes short of the 217 necessary, and the House chamber paralyzed 2 weeks after removing former Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Jordan said he would try again.
So we're going to keep working, and we're going to get to the votes.
Those who voted against Jordan include moderate Republicans in districts President Biden won in 2020, worried a Jordan-led House could sink their own re-election chances. The 9-term Republican is the face of the Biden impeachment inquiry that has plowed ahead with little evidence.
The Biden Justice Department tries to sweep it all under the rug.
2 years ago, he voted to block the certification of Biden's 2020 win.
I've never said this election was stolen. All I've said is, let's check it out.
And he was in close communication with then-President Trump in the days before and on January 6th, seen on this White House call log.
He went over to the White House and helped plot the entire thing. He urged publicly people disgruntled about the election to march on the Capitol.
Jordan has tried to flip those Republicans who are opposing him, but it has backfired so far. Florida Republican Carlos Jimenez blasted Jordan's strong-arm tactics, including having conservative media listeners flood the phones of Republicans with complaints.
You didn't like the pressure campaign?
No, I don't. I mean, look, if you're a leader, people will follow you.
As all that's happening, President Biden is on his way to Israel to show support and address the growing humanitarian crisis there. But his visit has been complicated by deadly airstrikes that has left hundreds dead at a hospital in central Gaza and unrest in the West Bank. Tina Kraus reports from Tel Aviv.
The Palestinian Health Ministry says a massive blast killed hundreds of people at a Gaza City hospital, filled with the wounded and others seeking shelter. Hamas pointed blame at an Israeli airstrike. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas called the bombing a war crime and massacre. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said an analysis shows the explosion was caused by Islamic Jihad rockets that misfired inside Gaza.
An analysis of the IDF operational systems indicates that a barrage of rockets was fired by terrorists in Gaza.
A statement from President Biden on the hospital airstrike reads in part, "I am outraged and deeply saddened by the explosion. The United States stands unequivocally for the protection of civilian life during conflict." The tragedy at the Gaza hospital happened as President Biden left for his visit to Israel. A senior administration official tells CBS News the president's meeting with Arab leaders in Jordan has been called off, and that it was a mutual decision. Gaza remains under siege amid a growing humanitarian crisis after Hamas's brutal rampage in southern Israel. A young survivor described escaping from militants at a music festival, but losing her best friend.
Some voices that I heard said that they said, "I'm going outside. I'd rather take a bullet in my head than suffocate."
Flyers like this calling for the return of men, women, and children kidnapped by Hamas during the attack are being posted in major cities around the world.
The Israel Defense Forces issued a statement saying since the beginning of the war, approximately 450 rockets launched toward Israel have fallen within Gaza. Auto suppliers are bearing the brunt of the ongoing United Auto Workers strike. Analysts estimate they've lost more than $2.5 billion in the first month of the strike. An industry expert says there's a multiplier effect, meaning for every worker on the picket line or laid off, there are 7 to 10 other jobs impacted in the community, including suppliers. According to MEMA, the Vehicle Suppliers Association layoffs have increased by nearly 10% week over week, with 39% of its members having already laid off some employees. The trade association is set to have conversations with the White House on Friday to convince them to establish a loan or grant program to help suppliers weather this strike.
In the first couple weeks of the strike, they were able to sort of manage by increasing inventory, doing maintenance around their manufacturing facilities, but now they can no longer do that. And if they do no longer have customers of which they can sell their components to or their parts to, they no longer will need to have those workers in place.
The trade association says that half of the suppliers who haven't started layoffs plan to do so on the last week of this month. 3,700 workers at Detroit's 3 casinos walked off the job today. Negotiations failed between the union and companies as contracts expired last night at midnight. Gino Vici spoke with workers at Hollywood Casino at Greektown to learn what they want out of this strike.
Again, what union workers here at the casinos are saying they want is fairness. They say they made lots of concessions through the COVID-19 pandemic, particularly in terms of pay. They say a lot of them were laid off for a very long time, and they simply want to be made whole again with salary, but most importantly, with health care.
It's time for us to make our money, keep our insurance the same. We're not asking for a lot, but we're asking to have one job be enough. Some of these team members, they need 2 and 3 jobs just to survive.
Susan Gallagher, a bartender at Hollywood Casino at Greektown, says she wishes it didn't have to come to this, but says the casinos simply aren't holding up their end of the bargain.
When the casinos came to town 24, 25 years ago, they promised jobs, good jobs, plentiful jobs. Well, it's not that way anymore.
Millage McCaster, an engineer at the casino, says union workers sacrificed so much for the casinos to keep them afloat during COVID. He says jobs were lost and the union wants better pay and health care now. He believes this strike is warranted, and so did members who walked off the job today at all 3 Detroit casinos at noon.
These are good people that, sacrificed for years through the pandemic, 1,500 jobs eliminated, and, we're just looking for a fair contract.
The Hollywood Casino at Greektown responded to the strike by saying this, quote, "We are disappointed by the decision of the Detroit Casino Council as we have made generous, progressive settlement offers that position our team members and business for sustainable success. We will remain open for business to serve our customers and are committed to continued good faith bargaining with the Detroit Casino Council to resolve the issues at hand as soon as possible." End quote. McCaster says they may be negotiating in good faith, but so far they haven't offered members a good enough deal.
We would love to be inside if the company came with a good deal that all the members at all 3 casinos could get behind.
According to the Detroit Casino Council, every day of a strike, the city of Detroit and state of Michigan loses roughly $700,000 in tax revenue. They also say the casinos combined lose roughly $3.5 million daily. In Lansing today, UP superintendents were advocating for the needs of rural school districts. A group of 15 superintendents from around the state attended the House Education Committee meeting this morning. The group of educators discussed facing staff shortages, difficulties applying for grants and other funding, and increasing costs of transportation in their districts. Some educators feel the current legislation focuses too much on urban and suburban districts, which doesn't always work for schools in the rest of the state.
I think the Education Committee in the House and the Senate have some real challenges ahead, keeping Michigan's public schools competitive, and I think we're up for the challenge.
The committee members say they would like to continue hearing from UP educators as they work on legislation to better fit rural districts. It was 8 months ago that a shooter opened fire on the campus of Michigan State University, killing 3 students and injuring 5 others. Today, the university released a report on the response to that shooting. Elle Myers breaks down what was done right and what needs improvement.
Despite some improvements, MSU's response to the mass shooting here on campus last February was, quote, accurate, timely, and correct, according to this report put together by an independent firm investigating the shooting's aftermath.
It's very comprehensive for response. You know, it says that there's going to be mandatory training increase. There's going to be additional cameras. They already have 2,000 cameras, but they're going to add more cameras. And this is great because those are fundamentally important things when managing an incident that involves an active shooter.
The report, which was released to the public on Tuesday, is a 25-page document compiled by security risk management consultants who were tasked with independently reviewing MSU's response.
It allows for a level of objectivity for someone to come in and make that assessment independent of the university, acknowledging what was done well, but at the same time, acknowledging areas that are needed for improvement.
The report cited clear coordination between campus and local police in the immediate aftermath of the shooting, as well as a quick response by MSU to add additional security methods as positive steps. 2 areas for improvement, according to the report, center around coordinating outside help from civilians and setting up a clear command center for the media. Implementing the recommendations, Lynch tells me, will be an ongoing project.
Some of the recommendations will take time just based on the fact that it may be beyond just one department. It may be inclusive of several different departments.
On the whole, Brown tells me, this report is just about exactly what you'd want to see as an institution works to improve security. He encourages thinking more broadly about safety.
We want to think about how do we create a condition where the exterior, the perimeter, is the first line of defense.
Your first morning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, as artificial intelligence continues to evolve, so do ways to detect what's real and what's AI. We'll show you an app that does just that. And later, how Northern Michigan University's head hockey coach is hoping the new ice at the Berry Event Center will benefit the team this season. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Cars will break down, and when they do, it's too late. If your car is out of warranty, it leaves you with 2 choices. Get stuck paying for expensive repairs, or one phone call to CarShield. Their administrators pay for your covered repairs so you don't have to. Your coverage includes roadside assistance, towing, rental, and so much more. Plus, with their nationwide network, you choose the mechanic or dealer. Best of all, there's coverage for every wallet size. Make the smart call before it's too late. Call CarShield today.
Tonight on The Late Show, I will be joined by Rachel Maddow and the novel coronavirus. New Colbert, tonight on CBS.
Another thrilling week to play football. The NFL on CBS. Catch all the action this week on WZMQ 19. It's a Sunday doubleheader. Buffalo plays New England at 1, and the Packers tangle with Denver at 4:25. See you this Sunday for the NFL on WZMQ 19, home of the 2024 Super Bowl.
10 million people call Michigan home. The state capital since 1847 is in Lansing, and decisions made in this building affect you and the Upper Peninsula. I'm WZMQ 19 Sophia Murphy, uncovering what's really happening here every day, tracking issues about your health and the environment, taxes and roads, schools and safety. Reports direct from the Capitol, only on your WZMQ 19 News.
Sophia Murphy, reporting live from Lansing, exclusively on 19 News. WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasic.
As promised, taking a look at first one with the future cast. It's a quiet night across the region, but as we head for the morning hours, could see a few more clouds, certainly more during our daytime. Stray shower or two possible. This is 6 p.m. Dinner time, not seeing a whole lot of rain shower activity, but after dinner time into the overnight when we see that rain push on through. Will be steady to heavy at times further eastward, especially east of Marquette. Expecting that into Newberry, Sault Ste. Marie. Could be seeing some steadier rain showers throughout the majority of our Thursday time frame. Some lighter showers expected across our region as well, but for the most part, the heaviest rain expected to be further eastward. I do think we'll see probably at least 1/10 of an inch, maybe 1/4 to 1/2 inch here across central portions of the UP. But once again, the heaviest rainfall, McMillan, Sault Ste. Marie, Mackinac City, all seeing a little bit more in the way as they will be closer to the center of that circulation. Heading for our Friday, we're clearing on out on the backside of that storm system, but another wave of energy kicks on through. That's as we wake up Saturday morning. Some steady rain overspreading the region from Escanaba, Marquette, all the way up to the north as well. We'll be seeing it a little bit later, Mackinac City, Sault Ste. Marie, so maybe starting the day dry, but could see a few more of those showers as we get more of a northerly wind switch heading into Sunday. Does look like we could see a few lake effect rain showers there, but not seeing any mixed precipitation, not seeing a whole lot of precipitation either. Could be lasting into Monday, really just depends on how that wind flow sets on up. Still a little bit of uncertainty until we get to that weekend forecast. 6 a.m. the wind gusts about 20 miles per hour here in Marquette. That southerly flow starting to develop, and in comes more of that yellow coloring, which signifies some stronger wind gusts. So the gusts could be up towards 22. Escanaba, especially here to the south on the northern shores of Lake Michigan, could be seeing quite a bit of some wind as we continue into our time frame, which will be early Thursday morning. So McMillan, Mackinac City, Escanaba, this entire region down here, got to watch out for some stronger winds heading for our Thursday. And then comes the northerly wind on the backside of the low. This is 6 p.m. Thursday. Our center of low pressure here in northern Lake Michigan, and that northerly flow kicking up a little bit more moisture. Cold Canadian air blowing off a warm Lake Superior will provide more in the way of some lake effect precipitation, only in the form of rain showers, as temperatures won't be supporting anything for a mix or anything other than some rainfall. Heading out for our daytime tomorrow, maybe a bit of sunshine further westward. Houghton, we're taking you at 59, 60 in Marquette itself, Iron Mountain 59 as well. Further off to the east, not seeing the rain just approaching quite yet, but that will be the case as we head into our Thursday, of course. 7-day forecast moving over these next few days. Cooling temperatures 60, 53. The showers continuing for Thursday. Mostly cloudy skies Friday. I think we'll see some peaks of sunshine and a few showers. We head into our Saturday. Could see a couple lingering into the afternoon. Maybe some lake effect moisture in the backside Sunday. Improving picture though. Monday, Tuesday, up towards 60 with more sunshine.
Thank you very much, AJ. The Marquette County Board of Commissioners filled an open seat today. The board voted to elect Dana Lalonde, a Negaunee City Councilor, to take the 4th District seat. That district covers Negaunee and Ishpeming. The seat opened when longtime Commissioner Jerry Corkin died last month. Lalonde was chosen from a pool of 5 candidates and received the majority vote from the board. She says she's looking forward to serving on the commission.
They're going to meet with me and give me a call, and I'll have some meetings with them and get me up to speed on what's going on the county level, because I'm familiar with Negaunee City.
Of Marquette County Commissioner.
Lalonde was sworn in today and will begin her term immediately. She'll also resign from her position on the Negaunee City Council. A Dickinson County community is raising awareness and support for domestic violence victims and those that help them. The Caring House Shelter hosted a Break the Silence event today, recognizing advocates in the fight against domestic violence. Several local police officers, the Long Riders Motorcycle Club, and the Kenneth James Salon were all presented with awards for their work in children's safety. A county judge was also awarded this year's Children's Hero Award.
Pretty humbling, and on a day when we should be thinking about the victims of domestic violence, which obviously include way too many children, it is humbling and almost awkward to receive recognition on a day like today.
The Long Riders Motorcycle Club also presented a $2,500 contribution to the Caring House today. As the advancement of artificial intelligence grows, so does technology to detect what's real and what isn't. Danya Backus introduces us to a new AI detecting tool and why experts believe it may be hard to keep up with the technology.
Say, for example,
as a professional music producer and songwriter, Stephen Stahl is concerned about the impact artificial intelligence could have on his industry.
Instead of having to come up with a great song on a guitar or a piano, you can just prompt in, hi, I want to write a song like Halo by Beyonce.
Stahl and a technical partner created I Spy, an app he says can detect speech and audio authenticity.
I wanted to know if I was listening to an AI vocal or a human vocal.
Hey there, it's Danya. After taking a sample of my voice, he showed how AI can recreate my voice to sound exactly like me.
Hi, my name is Danya. I am a news reporter.
I Spy was able to determine what I said versus what AI created.
So this is basically saying that all of it was AI.
There are other AI detectors that can determine if writing or images are produced by humans or computers, but tech experts say it becomes harder as AI evolves.
It's a cat and mouse game.
Arun Ross is a professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at Michigan State University.
If we can detect something that is synthetic today, we may not be able to use that same method to detect synthetic images or synthetic voices tomorrow, because AI can start producing images that are more realistic, that are more human-like.
Hey there. Stahl says the app isn't always perfect, like the one time it thought my voice was AI generated.
Depending on where the source material is, we're in the high 90s.
But he says they continuously update the app to make sure it can detect the difference between what's fake
I am excited
and what's real.
But don't worry.
Stephen hopes the technology will eventually be used by telecom companies to help people determine if someone calling is real or AI generated. Still ahead tonight, some food for thought if you were planning on gifting someone an e-bike this Christmas. Why doctors say injuries from e-bikes and e-scooters are on the rise.
Tonight on The Late Show, I will be joined by Rachel Maddow and the novel coronavirus. New Colbert, tonight on CBS.
Funerals can be emotionally devastating for a family to go through. Besides the sorrow, loved ones are left with the high cost of arranging a funeral. Funeral Advantage was formed to help protect your family when they need it most. It pays your loved ones up to $20,000 immediately for funeral and any other expenses.
It's a good feeling to know that my family will be taken care of if anything happens to me.
Funerals can easily cost $9,000 or more, but government benefits pay only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the rest.
It's so easy, just answer a few simple health questions. This is so affordable, even for someone like me who's on a fixed income.
If you're 40 to 85, get information on how to protect your family. Funeral Advantage is something we all need. There's no risk or obligation. Call now.
Get the facts about how easy it is to protect your family. Call 800-845-5191. Don't wait. Call now.
There's nothing like the feeling you get being outdoors. The UP Ice Fishing and Hunting Expo has everything you need to be ready. The expo returns to the UP State Fairgrounds Ruth Butler Building. Inside, discover great sponsors with everything from bait to rods and reels. Mark it down now on your calendar, November 3rd through the 5th at the UP State Fairgrounds. The UP Ice Fishing and Hunting Expo, brought to you by the Daily Press and WZMQ 19 News.
Hi, Paul.
Meet Opie Taylor. He's dramatic. A dreamer.
I wish that I get a B in arithmetic.
But most of all,
I think to the best sheriff in the whole world.
He's devoted to Dad. It's Andy and Opie on The Andy Griffith Show.
Weeknights at 8 on MeTV 19.1. The award-winning WZMQ 19 News. Live and local with Sarah Blakely.
Northern Michigan University Athletics is hoping to see success this hockey season. Head coach Grant Patolny reflected on the split series against Duluth and the 5-8 loss last Saturday. NMU's Berry Event Center has also finalized the reconstruction of the ice, shrinking its overall size by 6 feet and giving players a hybrid between NHL and Olympic-sized rink. They added new glass sheets, leaving coaches more comfortable with player safety and overall maneuverability on the new rink.
New boards. It's the glass the NHL uses that, the glass we had before, when you'd get hit into it, it didn't have any wiggle room for it. So there's the potential for more upper body injuries, head injuries. This glass has give.
NMU will be on the road to take on Arizona State this weekend. A new fitness studio in downtown Manistee is making exercising fun and accessible for everyone. Fit Gypsy offers group fitness classes for all ages, from cardio and weight training to yoga. The studio also provides specialty sessions like Warrior Rhythm, which features a combination of mindfulness, high-intensity interval training, and energizing the body through movement to music. Fit Gypsy's owner aims to provide a safe and welcoming place for people to improve their overall wellness.
It's very motivating to have people beside you, but at the same time, a lot of it is social. Yeah, it's great to work your body, but it's also great to have just that social connection.
To learn more about classes available at Fit Gypsy, just head to WZMQ19.com. Just walk down a street and you're sure to spot an e-scooter or an e-bike. They're convenient and a fun way to get around, but a new report shows injuries are increasing. Naomi Ruckham has more.
They're everywhere. From city streets to the suburbs, people of all ages are zipping around on e-scooters and e-bikes.
The neighborhood has gotten really congested, so people just need to slow down.
And injuries associated with these so-called micro-mobility devices are soaring. A new report from the Consumer Product Safety Commission shows a nearly 21% increase from 2021 to 2022.
In particular, e-scooters had the highest increase in injuries and accounted for nearly half of the micromobility deaths. Additionally, nearly half of all estimated e-bike injuries from 2017 to 2022 occurred in 2022 alone.
Children 14 years and younger account for a significant number of injuries. Overall, fractures and contusions or abrasions are the two most common injuries. At least 233 people have been killed over the last 5 years. 19 deaths are related to fires, another hazard with these devices. Collisions with vehicles and simply controlling the e-devices are the leading causes of injuries. Riders are urged to slow down and stay aware of their surroundings. Also, do not make abrupt, unpredictable movements.
Consumers should always wear their helmet, and they should check the device for proper function.
Sam Toa made the switch to an e-bike because he says it's easier on his knees. How do you keep yourself safe?
I keep my eyes open, I wear a helmet, and I stop when I'm supposed to.
He hopes more riders follow the rules and take every precaution to keep themselves and others safe.
Harmful incidents involving another popular device are down. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says injuries on hoverboards dropped 26% from 2021 to 2022. We'll have one final check on your weather forecast after this break.
All-wheel drive season is coming. Changes, weather, road conditions. What doesn't change? Toyota's commitment to giving you the freedom to explore. With more all-wheel drive choices and the longest-lasting vehicles, like the best-selling Camry. Bold, modern, thrilling, efficient. Now get a new all-wheel drive Camry with 3.99 APR financing, plus 2 years no-cost maintenance. Change is coming. Stay ahead with Camry. Toyota. Let's go places.
loves the Great Lakes. They make you feel like dancing. A great place to celebrate is at Marquette's Maritime Museum, but your help is needed. The museum's roof needs to be replaced to preserve history for future generations. So kick up your heels and help by donating today. Simply go to WZMQ19.com and hit the Raise the Roof link. A public service message from the New Attitude Stand Studios, the Marquette Maritime Museum, and WZMQ 19.
10 million people call Michigan home. The state capital since 1847 is in Lansing, and decisions made in this building affect you and the Upper Peninsula. I'm WZMQ 19 Sophia Murphy, uncovering what's really happening here every day, tracking issues about your health and the environment, taxes and roads, schools, and safety. Reports direct from the Capitol, only on your WZMQ 19 News.
Sophia Murphy, reporting live from Lansing, exclusively on 19 News.
Our temperature outlook for the next 6 to 10 days, so kind of beyond the 7-day forecast. We're expecting to see some warmth here. We're in a couple shades of that orange color. We're expected to see above average temperatures. At least they're more likely favored. Tonight's forecast, though, we're at 42, partly cloudy skies, southwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, picking up a bit as we head for the overnight into our early morning hours as well. Our Wednesday forecast, we're mostly cloudy to start off. In these next few hours, we'll be seeing those clouds working on in, eventually leading to some rain showers by the time we head for our Wednesday night, and most certainly sticking around for our Thursday. A bit of rain in our 70s, some ups and downs with the temperatures. We'll be going down over the course of these next few days. 60, 53 down to 50 for Friday. Rain showers likely late Wednesday into Thursday. A couple drops possible Friday. I think we'll work in some sunshine before a little disturbance works through Saturday. That clears out as we head into the latter half of the weekend. A few lake effect rain showers possible Sunday, then heading into Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures rising up once again and more sunshine expected.
Finally this evening, an Escanaba business has launched a campaign to keep those in need warm as the weather cools down. Mr. Bike and Ski is hosting a fall coat drive. The shop's owners are asking for donations of gently used pre-washed coats of all sizes. Their goal is to collect 400 coats by the end of October, and that's when the coats will be distributed to local nonprofits and schools.
Who need coats the most are those who are the most vulnerable, which are typically young children, disabled, or seniors.
A lot of people that have bikes as their main mode of transportation don't have the proper equipment to deal with the harsh winters and conditions that we have up here.
Anyone who donates a coat will receive a voucher to use toward a new coat or vest for themselves. Coats can be dropped off Monday through Friday from 10 to 6 and Saturday from 9 to 3. And we're probably going to need our coats pretty soon here. That does it for us tonight. Thanks for being here. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
Escanaba and Delta County, home to beautiful beaches, Lake Michigan, lighthouses, pretty parks, and great people. It's why so many are proud to say,